Hello, people of YouTube. This is Solar Soldier here to bring you a how-to video from a person that requested me to do this from this one app right here that I will show you now. So he wanted to know how to do the chest. So basically it's like this. I just take off her arms. And then right here, just to let you know, this is how I connected this wire from the arm. This one is a like from an axle, an axle one part piece. It's 7 times, and this one right here is a 5 times axle length. So right there, that's all it is right there. These things are very easy to come off. Just take that off for you. So basically it's like this. I'll take the head off as well. These parts these ones are a length of a 10 times axle piece. So they just wrap around like that. But first let me just get around there. Both of them are 10 times axle pieces. And so just there we go. So it's basically like this. 2 of these pieces that used to be that are like from Roxy or from like the Bionicle, the ones that they usually use for like the hands. These 2, 2 of these ones. Let me see if you can see it. 2 of these ones that have axle pins on both ends, and then in the middle it has pinholes. And then from there, if you want, use one of these 4 times stopper axle. Put one of these ones on both sides, and then one of those ones, and then the ball joint, if you want. And then from right here on the back, what I did is put one of these new pieces that is like an axle, and then two pinholes. I just put it right there. And then this one's a ×4 axle piece, and it just goes through right there to then go to hold it in place, so it won't so I can have more support on it. And then I put another one so I can put this piece right here. This is simply just this piece with an axle hole across, and then right here 2 pinholes on it, and you just put that piece. You get 2 of these L pieces that have an axle. Let me see, just focus, and there we go. An axle pinhole, and then 4 pinholes right there, like, and see, it's like an L shape. And to get the holes across from the chest, you get 2 of these, one for each side of an L piece. I don't know the piece's name. I only know a few of them. Okay, so bear with me. One of these pin and axle pieces. It doesn't matter which one it is, but just make sure that you have one that will grab onto the hoses. And then one of these pins to put right there. a axle piece right there, obviously, or not, and then a pin piece, and you just simply put it right here next to it, and like that, so you can have somewhere to grab the hoses to grab on for both bottom and top. So like that, you simply put the first one in the top right here, and then it goes through right there, and then you have it out here. If you don't want to have this sticking out, you can just simply grab one of these axle pins and just replace it with this one if you don't have one of these. And yeah, and then from there on the chest, what I did from right here is simply have one of these pieces right here, focus, that has 2 axle pinholes on both ends, and then to the side it is a pinhole. You grab and you use one of these 3 times pins. You can use one of these too if you want. I used it because it's like helpful to like just make it like cover more, I guess. But you don't have to if you don't want to. But just an option right there that you can do. And then from there, you have one of these pieces that has a pinhole right here, and then going down, an axle pinhole. You can put it like this if you want, but it will be best to put this later. I'll show you why. And then from there, if you have an idea of what colors you want, I use these colors because it has like a toxic look to it for this character. What I used right here is one of these pin axle holes, and then to the side a pinhole, and then a 3 times pinhole. No, damn. See, this is what happens when we can't have nice. This is why we can't have nice things, guys. Focus. A pin, a times 3 pin part, and then one of these 4 angled pieces with axle holes, and then you can put a claw if you want, or you can just put something differently. It's up to you. Just yeah, just do that. And then from there, what you do is put these parts like this together, so both of the pin axle holes will be right there lined up with each other, like that. And then from this 4 times axle, you put this one first, and then the other one through first. Next, I mean. And then from there, if you have all this together, what you do is put the one of these hose on one side, and then bring it down like that. And then from there, from the pin part, you put the hose right there. Adjust this part, or yeah, like that. And then grab the other hose, and then just put right here on the axle pin part, and then drag the other one right there. And then if you see, it is sticking up. So what I told you early is do not put this part yet, because this is what is useful for. You push this down, and then with the axle pin, you put it through right there in that axle hole, and bam, you have that nice curve part. These will end up doing that, but it's all right because then you can just easily push it back. But it's just that for mine, it's like wearing off. So that's why I'm saying that you should make sure you have some of those pin axle parts that are strong enough to hold the hoses, because that will happen. But it's all right like that. And if you have that done, I'll show you. Just focus. Focus. Come on. Come on. Focus. There we go. I had to touch the screen with my phone. This part is a Baki part from Metro Nui. So you can just use one of those parts, or you can just use some other parts. It's all up to you though. Just this is like the way how I built it. And then the Borak eyes right here with a 3x axle piece going through it. One of these axle hole, and to the side two pinholes, and then just simply put one right here. And then as you can see, this one didn't come up, but it's still a 2x pinhole part, pin part, not hole, damn. And you just put down or from these two, so it can like line up on those two, and then you just have it right there. And then from the back, you can use these Hordika Toa parts head. And you should know which one I'm talking about, or the way how you can see right there. And then these pinhole side axle parts, two of them, and then two of these pin parts, 2x pin parts, and then these flat two axle pinholes. And the length of this one, it is a 4x axle piece. The same thing with the side right here. It's a 4x axle piece, and from there you have the chest, and or like the torso and the waist. For the head, I simply just got one of these Hero Factory Brain Attack parts. Put one of these little sticks from I don't know what, but there's just like little round circular pieces. I put some of these Exoforce arms on right here, but then these other new pieces, I put them right in between that and this piece that it will be connecting. And then if you can see right there, it's a really easy build right there. And then for like the head, I used one of these pieces that have, I call it the Illuminati piece, because it just looks like a Illuminati piece if you turn it like that or something. But I used that piece, this circular piece, this Lego piece. This is a 5x, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it's around there. To hold the whole head. And if you want, you can just build your own head however you want. But this is how I did it. And let me just get the hair off. And it just goes connecting right there. And then the eye will be shown right there. And the head just goes back in there. And then the arms. And if you want as well, this is a 4-angled piece. And then these are the Exoforce arm hands. And a little toxic little fire thing, but it's meant for like fire and stuff. Like smoke kind of thing, or just fire. These ones are pretty loose, so if you can find one of these strong enough, or what you can do if they're loose, you can just get a piece of tissue, no, not tissue paper, napkin, and just stick that sucker in there, and then shove it in there into the axle hole, and then it should stay very sturdy. I didn't do it because I think I was too lazy to do it, but yeah. And then for the arm, it's simply one of these pieces right here that has 3 axle pinholes, 3 down, and then from the sides it is 2 pinholes. I use one of these 3 times pins. This piece that is like from it is from the Glutorium, but it's just a black one that has no print on it. You can put one of those ones from Glutorium ones, but it's really up to you. And this is a 4 times stopper axle piece. And then these ones from Hero Factory that are more stronger. You can choose like the old ones as well. Just make sure that it's a good one that is not like worn off or broken. However, and then I use some of these pieces for both of the sides of the thumbs, I guess. These little T-shaped pieces, and then this weird looking piece for the 2 fingers on the front, and then just Exoforce arms, and then the little claws, like to go with the color, to go with that. And I'll like see like this right here. I use this one. This one is like still in good condition, so I use that. And what I did here is I have it like this in this angle, and I just simply put this like that, and I get this nice looking look. I mean, you can just go with whatever style you want. It's just really up to you, sir. And then right from right there, that little pin, I put this other piece of the hose. It's just that it's very difficult to put it, but it's there. And then I just tangle it around, and there you go. I'm pretty sure those little smokes are gonna come off. And then the legs, the other arm is simply just these 2 Hero Factory pieces, these armors, these little things like if it's like little bombs or little bubble things that are waiting to explode and melt on someone. And that's a simple arm. Oh, see what I tell you? Oh, damn. See what I tell you? This piece fell off. If it falls again, I'm not gonna even bother to get it back. And then these pieces for the lower leg, I used one that has a pinhole, so you can go with that, or you can just go with these ones and just put it there. And then this is just a simple feet, a Hero Factory feet, like a beast feet, and then these little claws that I have on her head right here as well for like kind of hair look. And yeah, that is a how to Toxica build, and hopefully I can do the Spartans next. I just need to like see exactly how I'm gonna do it, but yeah, I will do that for a next video, a how to mock video and stuff. But yeah, that's how to Toxica. This is Solar Soldier sign flaming out. It's flaming out. Down. Flaming out. Bye bye.